Good morning, Tehmina Khan is here in TK Maths and is fun. In today's video, I will explain to you a question of numerical solution of equations, which I have taken from the CIE November 17 variant 3.3. It's question number 3. This topic is the syllabus of A-level mathematics P3, paper 3. And in this particular question, we will see convergence and divergence of the sequence both. So before we begin, let's see on the top my website address tkmaths.com and my blog address tkmathsisfun.blogspot.com. You will find my videos which I have made so far on my blog site, and the website is offering checklist for exam preparation, solution of challenging question, and online classes. So whatever you want to opt for, you can see the options here. So let's begin with the question. So before I begin, I would also like to tell you that in this video, I am explaining this question straight away. I'm not going into too much detail of the explanation of the concept. However, I am attaching a link in the description in which I have explained the numerical solution of equation in detail, the basic, right? So do see that video if you want to know in detail things. So let's begin with this question. The equation x cube is equals to 3x plus 7 has one real root. Now, first of all, you need to understand what is the meaning of one real root. It means if you sketch this curve, it will pass through the x-axis only at one point. So that will be the root, right? And that is denoted by alpha. So the root has a name alpha. Now, you have to show through calculation that root lies between 2 and 3. So the technique is, I will focus on the left hand side first, then I will explain with the help of graph. So it's a visual explanation. So this function which is given to you, you bring it all on one side. It's a cubic function and plug in 2 in it. When you will plug in 2, you will get a number, either positive or negative. In this case, it is negative. When you will plug in 3, answer should be of opposite sign. So when I plug in 3 in this equation, which is given to me, I got 11. So when the substitution of one number, between which the root lies, if one is giving you plus answer and other is giving you negative answer, it means your root lies between them. Then you can write this statement: since f of 2 and f of 3 have opposite sign, the root lies between them, or you can write between 2 and 3. So shown, because question was saying show. Let's see the visual picture of it. This cubic equation x cube minus 3x minus 7 is this red line. You are not supposed to draw this. I'm doing this just to explain it to you. When question says x is equals to 2, right? So if you substitute x is equals to 2, the value of y is minus 5. When you substitute x is equals to 3, actually this line, red line, which I have not shown here completely, is going up from here, right? Something like this. So this black line will touch it somewhere here, and the value of y you will get here will be 11. So this is your actually y-axis. So this is your 11. So it means if one value of y is positive and other is negative, then it means the curve is passing through the x-axis. Because in your syllabus, all the curves which you will sketch will be continuous curve, right? Like this is a continuous curve. So if it is a continuous curve, it will definitely pass through the x-axis, and that is your root. So this is the root you will find out, right? So for explanation of this, you just have to show that one answer is plus and one answer is negative. Let's see the next part of the question. So next part of the question is saying that this equation, this one, x cube is equals to 3x plus 7, and let me write here, x cube is equals to 3x plus 7, okay? So this equation has been changed into two forms. How do we do that? I have explained in the video attachment. The link is attached in the description. You can see there. So right now, these two equations have been derived from this equation. And question is saying each formula you will start with 2.5. This is your initial value, because when we are using iterative formula, one initial value is given to us. If not, we find out ourselves. Mostly in Cambridge exam, it is given to you. And then you try to get the answer. Question is saying, show that one of the formula produces a sequence which fails to converge. So it means one of the formula will not converge to the solution and the other will converge, right? So now we will see which formula converges and which does not. So before I show you the working, let's understand what is the meaning of this n plus 1 and n, and this x of 1 is equal to this. So first of all, let's see there. So to make you understand, I have picked up only first formula here, just to explain it to you how the values work. And then I will show you the working here, right? Okay, so now suppose this example is given to here. If you notice here, it is n plus 1 and this is n. If you take n equals to 1, this will become x1 and this will become x2. Why? Because 1 plus 1 is 2. So if inside is x1, then outside is x2. If inside is x2, then this will be x3. If this is x3, then 3 plus 1, 4. Then this is x4. So what actually happens in this formula when you take n equals to 1, right? So your first value is 1. Here it is x2 now. And x1 is given to you in the question. So x1 is given 2.5. So this value of 2.5 you will plug in here and you will solve it. When you will solve it, the answer you will get is equals to x2, because this is 1 plus 1. Agreed? So I'm substituting value of x1 here and I'm solving it and I got the value of x2. Now this value of x2 when I will plug in here, because the next thing is n equals to 2, because you gradually increases. So when you put x is equals to 2 here, the answer you get is actually the answer of x equals to 3. And so on we will go on. So what actually happens, whatever the answer you get, you plug in back in the equation. Like for example, I got 2.4385. So I plug in the formula here. See here. So when I get the value, it is x3. So every time you get the answer, that is the answer of next value of x. Like I have written here the chart. When you substitute x1, you get the answer of x2. When you substitute x2, you get the answer of x3. And this shows you number of iteration, that how many times you are plugging in. And we started with x1, which was given to us in the question 2.5. So we started with n equals to 1. Okay, and so on. So that shows you how many iteration you have done to reach to the answer. Now, if you notice 2.4385, 2.4281, so answer is getting closer. So let's see the actual solution here. If I show you what I was showing you earlier here, I am just writing first time the formula to show the examiner that I'm plugging in the value given to me here. After that, I'm simply writing answers. So when I got the answer of x2, in the calculator, I plug in back here and I got the answer of x3. Then this answer I will plug in back here, I will get x4. Here, x4. Then this answer I will plug in back in the formula, I will get x5. I will get x6. But question was saying, give all your answer in 4 decimal places. So that's why I'm giving all my answers in 4 decimal places. And it is saying, give your final answer in 2 decimal place. So if you see in 2 decimal place, it has matched here, right? This is also 2.43, 2.43, 2.43. So finally, I have reached to the answer x is equals to 2.43. So what we have seen, that this first formula is converging. Converging means you are reaching towards some answer. And now let's apply the second formula, because it was saying show that one of these formula produces a sequence which fails to converge. So this did not fail to converge. This is converging. So let's see the second formula in this one. Now I will substitute here x1, which is 2.5, right? That will give me x2. So when I plug in 2.5 here, 2.5 cube minus 7 divided by 3, I got this. So that is the value of x2. Now when this value of x2 I will plug in here, so it will be 2.875 cube minus 7. Let me write here, if oral is confusing for you. So you can write here 2.875 cube minus 7 divided by 3. Right, so I'm substituting this. The answer I will get will be answer of x3. So can you notice the sequence is diverging? It is not coming towards some answer. First it was 2.5, 2.8, 5.5. Now if you plug in this value here, cube it minus 7 divided by 3, answer will go further back. So this means this sequence is diverging, right? So for converging, the answer was 2.43, and the second sequence is diverging. It fails to converge. Now let me explain you the same, not explain, but just to give you an idea through graph. See here, this is the graph when the sequence is converging. We substituted 2.5 in it, okay? And after that, because you see what was the equation here, let me just write here. X is equals to 3x plus 7. Okay, 3x plus 7 power 1 over 3. Okay, so basically if we see from maths, if you remember, y is equals to x is, suppose this line, green line, right? And this line is this blue line. Okay, this black line I have marked incorrectly. It should be marked here because it should pass through origin, because y is equals to x is a line which always passes through the origin. Okay, so this is, I have just made to show you the x-axis is here. Actually it is down here somewhere. Anyway, so this line is your green line and this line is your blue line. So every time you plug in value here and you get the answer of this. So that is the reason. You plug in the value, the answer you get is the answer of green line. Then you plug in the value, answer you get is of green line. Then you plug in the value. So gradually you are reaching towards the intersection point. So this is called convergence. And in our second sequence, which was x cube minus 7 divided by 3 is equals to x, this sequence was divergence. So let's see the graph here. When I substituted the value here, this black one is basically, this is y is equals to x, and this is y is equals to x cube minus 7 divided by 3. So when I substituted the value in this one, 2.5, right, I got the answer. Same answer I substituted back here, I got the answer. Then I substituted back here. So because this black line is going like this and blue is like this, so this stairs are going away from the intersection point. So I will not get the solution here, the root here. So that's why this series is diverging. So this is the visual explanation of it. So thank you very much for liking this, watching this video. If you liked it or learned something from it, please press like and subscribe button and share it with your friends. Thank you very much. Once again, take care. Allah Hafiz.